This is Phil Bell from Freedomworks on the Daily Mojo with your morning update. I want to tell you the story of a boy who loved planes. This boy was a Texan, in the same state where I'm sitting right now, and he pursued his passion by taking over Texas International Airlines when it was a failing carrier, taking over People Express, launching New York Air from the ground up, and eventually controlling both Continental and Eastern Airlines. At one point, this boy who loved planes had grown into a man who controlled the largest airline empire in the entire world. That man, of course, was Frank Lorenzo. Frank Lorenzo eventually sold control of his airline empire, but then decided he wanted to get back in. Of course, when he tried to get back in, the government decided, we're not going to give you a flying certificate. Why is that? Because he had made some enemies along the way. Organized labor didn't like him, some of the flying public didn't like him, other airlines didn't like him, and of course government agencies didn't like him much either. So therefore, he was never able to start another airline, despite that being his passion, and quite frankly, him being good at the business. Now, what does that have to do with all of us today? Well, TikTok is in the news for some of the same reasons. On one hand, it's made a lot of people angry simply because it's owned by the Chinese. On the other hand, it truly is a concern because being owned by the Chinese, we always know the Chinese Communist Party is never far away. But if it is banned, especially the way that it's going, where you have a bipartisan group, Republicans and Democrats getting together and saying they want it to go away, the very same path that's being taken to get rid of TikTok could be used to eliminate businesses that we like. What happens if down the road the internal combustion vehicle is deemed to be a threat to our national security because of climate change? Well, then it could be banned. And what would happen to all the jobs of people at General Motors, Ford, Chrysler, and so on? What would happen if they did the same with gas stoves and otherwise? All of the things that liberals have been crusading to take away. We would actually be handing them the keys to the vehicle to run us over. That is a terrible, scary thing. So, what I hope you'll do is go to freedomworks.org and join your freedom teams. Look, this is one of those really difficult times where it's tough to stick to our principles, but it's important to do it, and if you join freedom teams, we will help you do just that. And the second thing I hope you'll do is call your member of Congress, be they a Republican or Democrat, and tell them that banning TikTok is the wrong way to go. We'll see you tomorrow, and I hope you have a great day.
Phil Bell's Morning Update is only on the Daily Mojo.com.